We most Polish people that I know drink at least 3 cups per day. Mostly my paintings are inspired by nature.
Don't take my study grades away from me. Hello and welcome to 20 Minutes Abroad, the podcast where we talk about different cultures from different countries. Today we are going to talk about Poland and Austria and also art, and we'll jump right into that right after the intro. My guest today is Zuzanna. She is originally from Poland and is now living in Austria. So the first question I have for you today is, what is something unique about the Polish culture?
Probably I could say a lot of things, a lot of cliches, let's say. So maybe I will share something that most people in Austria wouldn't know, or that it's something not as popular. So one thing would be that Polish people drink really a lot of black tea.
Oh, really?
Yeah, in comparison to Austrians, it's really, most Polish people that I know drink at least 3 cups per day. So it's really a lot and not so common, I would say, in Central Europe. And some other things, maybe because I love art, I would also say about Polish artists. We have a lot of famous people, even internationally. For example, filmmakers like Roman Polanski or Agnieszka Holland. This I could say I'm very proud of. And the rest of the things maybe would be even similar to Austria, like hospitality, the family is big value.
Oh, that was a really nice fact to begin with, because I didn't know that. So the next question, so our second question, you can pick yourself. So we have some cards here, or more like tickets.
Okay.
And just choose one and turn it around. There's a number on it.
Okay, it's number 11.
Number 11. So the question I have for you is, how many languages do you speak?
I speak 3, I would say, and 4 just a bit.
Which are those?
It's Polish, of course, English, German, I would say around B2, and Portuguese, the basics.
Oh, nice. That's really cool. Okay, then you can put the ticket here if you don't want to hold it. Let's start into our first topic area, where we'll talk about your move to Austria and also maybe cut a little bit into the Polish culture. So you've moved to Austria about 2.5 years ago. Would you mind telling us why you chose Austria?
So I would say it was a bit long process. I've always dreamt about living abroad, at least trying, maybe not forever, but trying, because I think that living all life in one country is just simply boring. So I really wanted to have this experience. And as my husband is also not Polish, he's from Portugal. So we lived in Poland. And we were wondering where we want to live. And we thought that it will be maybe fair not to live in his country and in my country. So then we were searching, and Austria seemed very nice for us, kind of balance, because of good conditions, beautiful nature, not overcrowded. I heard that the ecology here is quite developed, and good attitude to animals, and good access to organic food also. And also what we love is that from Austria is not so far to the south. You can go to Adriatic Sea in 3 hours. So that was mostly what made us choose Austria.
And what was your first impression when you finally got here?
It was very good. At first we came to a Czech city, Graz, when my husband got a job here. And we thought the city is very nice, especially the old town with a lot of narrow streets. It gave even some kind of southern vibe, and I love Italy, so I really loved it, all the narrow streets. And also interesting thing, the first impression was that the weather here can be really crazy, because it got us big storm the first day that we got totally wet, and we came to hotel like soaking with water. So that was also the first impression.
That can happen sometimes.
Yeah.
And how was it for you to come here from Poland? Were there a lot of differences for you, or was it easy for you?
Rather similar, I would say. The countries are not too far from each other, so the cultures, including even cuisine, are quite similar. The climate is similar, although it's a bit warmer here in the south of Austria, especially, which I really enjoy. So yeah, mostly I would say was similar. I didn't have any, let's say, culture shocks. Yeah.
Okay, so that made the transition a bit easier, I guess.
Quite smooth. And people also were welcoming.
And you already mentioned a bit that you found the respect for animals here really nice. So what would you say is it like in Poland?
I would say it's getting better. It's now not so many differences because people also love animals and they are trying. But still, unfortunately, there are places, for example, in the forest that are full of trash, which makes me very sad. And I hope it will change for better, which here in Austria I find impressive and I really like. I think it's as it should be, that you cannot find trash in nature. Also, in Poland still are more homeless dogs, for example, which here I don't see so much, even when sometimes I'm checking shelters for animals here. There are like 10 dogs, so this really makes me happy, and I really appreciate this.
So would you say the mindset in general towards animals is different here compared to Poland? Not just the environment, but also how people view the animals?
This I would say is similar. In Poland also people mostly love animals. They are also, they love dogs, for example. There we have a lot of dog-friendly places already, like cafes. There are even companies that allow to bring dog to work. So yeah, in this aspect is quite similar.
So you already mentioned that there were a lot of similarities for you when you got here. And what would you describe the attitude towards life in Poland, for example?
I would say the family is great value. So people really are kind of traditional. The families are very important, so they like to spend time together. Polish people, I would say, are very hardworking. So it's now not so common anymore, but when I was growing up, for example, in the 90s, it was very common that people had even 2 jobs. So, or even during holiday, they were still taking some additional jobs. I would say people are quite ambitious, divided. The society is very divided in the views. So this is very striking in all the situations almost. And this kind of, unfortunately, now divides the families even, because they can argue even regarding politics or the views, which is not nice. And so what I would say more, Polish people, I can also tell, are very curious. So maybe on first sight, they're not so open to foreigners. On the other hand, when they really meet someone, they are very curious, very welcoming. So this would be the things.
That sounds really nice. Is there something or a specific thing you love most about your home country?
I would say mostly nature or my family. Some artists also. Yeah, that would be the things.
So thank you for your answers until now. For now, we're going to take a little break and we're going to play a little game with each other. So we have 2 blackboards here. And we're going to get 3 questions. It's a guessing game, so we have to guess the answers and write them on the other side of the board. And then I'm going to count to 3. We're going to show our answers to the camera, and whoever is closest gets a point.
Okay.
So there's also some chalk for you.
So I just should write the answer.
Yeah. Let's go and get the questions from Big Stage.
The first paintings were cave paintings. How old is the believed to be oldest one found in the Maltravieso cave?
It's funny because I study art history and I should know quite a bit about stuff like that. But I don't. I'm really not sure, so don't take my study grades away from me. Okay, 1, 2, 3. So I'm not really sure how to put it, but I guess like 11,000 before Christ. So
Yeah, I would say
sure.
2000, older than 2,500 years.
Yeah.
Older than 64,000 years.
Whoa.
Wow.
It's really old.
Yeah,
I thought even 11,000 is way too much. But there's a piece of paper right beside
okay.
you, so you can wipe off the board.
The Wilanów Palace in Warsaw is considered the Polish Versailles. In what year was the construction completed?
Wow. I have no idea. I was there, but I have no idea. Yeah.
You ready?
Uh-huh.
You guessed 1750, I guessed 1760, so pretty close.
Yeah.
1696.
696, so the point goes to you. We're ready.
The Stanczyk is one of the most famous paintings by the Polish painter Jan Matejko. How large is the oil on canvas painting?
Okay.
Better.
I know how it looks like, but size.
There's no idea what picture could be. You ready? 3, 2, 1. So you guessed 100 by 140 meters, right? I guessed 30 by 50. Not sure. No idea.
120 by 88 centimeters.
So you were really close. Actually. Nice, so you won. And you. Can put the board like here. Doesn't have to be perfect.
To throw everything. Okay.
So, and since you won, you get a little present from us.
That's cute. Thank you.
Some chocolate. Thank you for playing.
Thank you.
And let's get into our second topic area, which is art. So you're an artist and you started your journey in Poland, I guess?
Yeah.
And would you mind telling us a bit about your paintings or one painting in specific?
So mostly my paintings are inspired by nature, I would say. Great part of them is my, let's say, observation of nature. I would even say childish way of studying it, because when I was a child, I was often catching butterflies or frogs and then checking them in the books, what kind it is. So I would say I do similar now with the painting. So I like really to paint something like this. And some other paintings are inspired by my inner world and also the things that are happening around the world. So maybe I can tell something about this painting in particular. It's, as you can see, there are blue dogs in the painting. And it was inspired by real events around the world in few places. I read article that blue dogs were found. And they were blue because of some pollution from some factory. So I'm currently in the process of painting series of such paintings with these blue dogs to bring attention to this, what happened, to how humans influence nature and dogs, which are our best friends. And I'm planning even to organize some little exhibition when I will tell about the story and tell with the paintings.
Yeah, that's really cool. And I also really like your style. It looks really nice.
Thank you.
So would you say that your fascination with art started the same way? So when you were little already and you observed animals, or how did you get into that?
Yeah, I would say it started since I was really a little child. So I always liked to draw since I remember. I was even alone looking in my room for 2-3 hours and drawing, usually dogs. And to painting, my teacher convinced me. I was going to her to drawing classes, sketching classes, and then she recommended me to try painting, and since that time I really loved it. So I was into art since I remember.
That's really nice. And would you say that your art style has changed since you moved? Or what, did you always stay true to what you started with?
I would say it developed for sure, but didn't change really much. Maybe just it's more connected with myself, my inner world, or what I want to express, which emotions or which feelings. But I wouldn't say that the moving really influenced.
Okay. And are there any Polish artists that you really admire? And if so, what do you admire?
There are a lot of them, of course. I could talk here for 1 hour, but maybe I can tell something about 3 of them, because I brought also some books.
Yeah, sure.
So first one is Tamara Łępicka. She was famous for Art Deco style, and she's really sold worldwide very well till today. I would say you often hear about some records on the auction, and what I like about her is the specific style, very geometrical, the colors, connections, and yeah, she was mostly famous for portraits.
That looked really cool.
Yeah, the other is Wit Katzy. He was both painter and writer, and he was also famous for portraits, very crazy portraits, I would say. So what I like about him is really original and experimental style, and also a lot of psychology in the portraits.
Oh, that's really nice.
Yeah. And the third one would be Olga Boznańska. This is maybe more classical, but I also like a lot. She was also very famous for portraits. And what I liked is the mood in the paintings, the sensitivity, and also colors. I also like personally the colors that are not so striking, a bit blurry often. So I really like her style.
Yeah, that's really nice. That's really fascinating, because every artist has his own or her own twist to the different styles. It's really cool. And so now how can I imagine you're working as an artist right now? Is it for someone else, or do you work for yourself already?
No, I must admit, art is not everything I do. I have normal job from, let's say, so-called 9 to 5.
Yeah.
I work in AT&S as in HR department, but somehow as between project manager or IT, HR, something like this. But I'm trying to find as much time as possible for my biggest passion, which is painting. So usually I try to paint a few times per week. Then usually I do it together with listening to the music, which is my other big passion. So then I really can be in my world and be fully myself. So I really enjoy it. And recently I also had opportunity to illustrate a book for children.
Nice.
First one. So I'm also very happy about this experience. It was not easy to combine it with full-time job.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, but I managed, and I'm really happy, and I'm looking forward for more such opportunities.
That would be nice for sure. So you could imagine to work as a freelance artist or something like that?
Maybe in the future that would be really nice. I also appreciate what a stable job gives, the stability, and the meetings with the colleagues in the office. This I really enjoy. International work that I have, because we have really people from entire world. So this is something that really gives me also good energy, and I enjoy. But of course, I would like to develop paintings also much more and have some kind of job of it, maybe part-time, a normal job, part-time paintings. That would be dream.
Feel good balance of both.
Yeah.
And the last question I have for you today is, do you have a specific career goal? It could be in your normal job or also in your art, that you want to achieve or that you set yourself?
Definitely. I would say to develop my paintings, I plan to develop my website. For now, I just have Instagram, but also I will create the website. I'm planning to organize some exhibition, maybe about these brew dogs, or I have also one more project that I think could be interesting. And for sure now, when I will have this first book in my portfolio, I will also apply for more illustrator jobs. So I'm also want to develop this. And one more topic, maybe more between art and IT, is UX and UI design. I'm also learning, and I even developed my application project, also helping for homeless dogs. So
Cool.
everything in the topic
Yeah.
of dogs and nature.
Oh, that sounds really nice. Thank you, Zuzanna, for being here today.
Thank you very
Before we
much.
wrap up the video, I have a sticker for you, Polish flag.
Okay.
And you can place the
Fluid.
sticker here in the middle on our suitcase,
Okay.
because now we have decorated our set with your pictures.
Yep.
Yeah, that's fine. Again, thank you for being here. It was really nice to talk to you.
Thank you very much. It was also a very nice experience for me.
I'm glad.
Thank you.
And also thank you to our listeners. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like and a comment if you have something to say. And if you want to see more episodes like this, subscribe to our channel. We'll see you in our next video.